And the final act of the drive was the touchdown catch by Dalvin Cook. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. 30. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
On first down, it's gone. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, Goff. He's got it. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Goff now to throw. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
2nd down and goal. Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Lions have taken the lead. Just an absolute heartbreaker there. He catches it off the deflection on the Hail Mary for the touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, as a defender, you're taught just to bat that thing down to the ground as quickly as you can.
That's what you're trying to do. But the offensive guys, what they're working on is sometimes keeping it alive, almost like volleyball where they tip it up in the air, and instead of spiking it at the other end, someone else comes along and grabs it. So even if it's unintentional, they've been working on the deflection for a long time. That tip ball, well, defensive backs have to continue to work on that and go up and get it. And as you said, either knock it to the ground or grab it themselves.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And now out comes Minnesota. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. Room here to run. The 40. 20. 10. 5. And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 133 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Cousins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get him next time out.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down. A shotgun snap for Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. To throw is Goff. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
From the red zone now, Goff. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And it's caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
When you give up a long touchdown drive, you're looking for a silver lining. In this case, it's the fact that your offense had a chance to rest, and now they can come out in the field charged up and ready to go.
Badgley on for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he is going to dive to the turf. Boy, a strange return there. And they're going to start with really terrible field position. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then he's got a man complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be second down. Cousins to throw it. Touchdown! K.J. Osborne, 31 yards. And the Vikings have cut it back within a score. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. kickoff following the touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to see all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Goff now looks to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a miss...
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. K.J. Osborne. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 5. Then he's in for 2. The fake works, and they take the lead.
Someone really wanted to be in the lead here because that's a heck of a gamble, isn't it? You're down 1, you kick it, you got a tie ball game. Instead, they fake it. And I keep coming back to this every time I see it. Remember, if you're faking an extra point now, the ball snapped at the 15-yard line.
You're giving up 13 yards as opposed to just lining up at the 2 and saying you're going to go for 2.
You're running a big play, lots of yardage for 1 extra point. That's a heck of a gamble, but it paid off in this case.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of...
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 43 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph now to have the PAT. And with that, the lead is up to 8. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just 1 play resulting in the touchdown. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging to...
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Now, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. Joseph on for the extra point. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. And that flag accepted. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Now Goff on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Final play of the half, Cousins. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. Touchdown! Dalvin Cook as time expires in the first half. And the Vikings will extend their lead on the final play of the half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as well. Of the third quarter.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A play fake for Swift. Now Goff. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wide-up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. On 3rd down, Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 49 yards. And the Vikings have taken a 5-touchdown lead. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's going to be brought down inside the 5 at the 3.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And they'll get him down up past the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Here's Goff. And now here is another interception. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
On 2nd and goal, Cousins. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
Joseph's got it, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure, because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25, so at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A huge loss on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and forever. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, Cousins. And his pass incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field. It took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10. Cousins again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly miss hit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice